Wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy. Let's go. Got my jack with my bottle and trafficking humans. I'm going to Aruba before they Epstein me too. Okay, I gotta stop starting my live streams like that. Hey, you guys know that person, Ducks for You? Her name's Ashley. Yeah, she was just in the background as I'm leaving the magical mystery dildo store that I work at, and she's always Eli, bye, be careful. Look, I'm not the one that has human trafficking on my resume. What's up, White Dragon? I'm glad I'm making this kind of regular. What I really want to do is start doing this from the PC on a regular. And I'm very happy that I'm not as exhausted as I thought I'd be. Oh boy, this whole transfer. This is going to be my ruin. But okay. The intention I came on with is this. I don't know how many of you can empathize with, going sober after, I don't know, not being sober for such a long time in our lives. And so I stopped counting. I have the app. It keeps track of how much money I've saved, keeps track of how many months. It says 3 months, but it doesn't feel that long. So 104 days, I'm guessing, is my no alcohol. And for that matter, I don't use marijuana, which probably makes me sound like a boring individual. But one of my old friends from way back when, back in the middle school, high school days, so he comes around and, it was cool, man. It was like a reunion. I was excited, night with the boys, and everybody at our age, at the age I'm at, the 30s, late 30s, mid 30s, whatever. I usually expect, and it's not me putting expectations on anybody else, but I usually think, for me, drugs and stuff like that is like a child saying about his toys. And then once I become a man, we put away childish things. What's up, Barbie? I'm gonna go with Barbie. I've already mentioned that a few times. Probably annoying. So, or Barb. Barb is okay too. But welcome. Right now, I'm just thinking about this. He's a best friend from, I knew him since 1997. We started as enemies, stupid like trailer park wannabe gang crap, and then we grew into best friends. I think some of the best friendships start like that, Goku Vegeta style. So he comes by, he drives from, I don't know, far away. I think it was like a 6 hour drive because he's got a job. We used to work together. We used to do window installations and shutters, hurricane shutters. I made a lot of good money at that time. That was a very different time in my life. And if I've already doxed that person's job, like the name of it, because they were such complete fiery assholes, like the worst human beings I've ever worked for. That I just wanted to get back at them, but I don't want to be as irresponsible as some of these idiots on these YouTube streets. So anyway, my buddy, we're gonna give my buddy a name, and that name is Buddy. He comes over, and it's super chill. We're catching up, we're talking. He's still smoking like a chimney. He's still drinking, and by God, just because I stopped drinking, I can't be projecting any expectations on anybody for anything, you know? They just can't be bothered that I'm not going to partake, join, or celebrate. So after a while of going at this, I do not miss this about hanging out with cigarette smokers. Every 3 minutes, let's go outside, let's go outside, let's go outside. Oh my God, I had to make a makeshift ashtray out of my kava. Whoa, Steven! Sorry, man. Steven brings that energy. Steven! What's good, partner? Oh, it's so good. I get to freaking yell because I'm in my car. I'm in my magical dildo shop's parking lot. Yeah. So that's what it is. What's up, A-Jot? Mad love to A-Jot and her channel and her people. Shamrock, the one and only, forever and always. One of my many number ones. So, all right. Before I get lost in translation. So, buddy, after the cigarettes and he was cool. He was like, yo, you want to get a beer? I'm like, no, man, I'm doing the sobriety thing. All right. So I put on a video game. We're still shooting the shit. We're talking about all the old times. I'm asking about all the old friends. We talk about all the people that have died. Because that's the reality of, look, I was born in 84. My generation, thank goodness fentanyl wasn't around like it is now. Oh, I saved a clip for future showings when I'm actually at my computer. I have a hell of a clip of Senator Kennedy going after this agent. She's supposed to be going after the cartels, and he's asking a simple question. Have you asked the president to tell the Mexican president to allow American troops to fight the cartels so we can end this? She just wouldn't give a straight answer. So I digress. So out of the blue, let's keep it on point. Related to cartels, Buddy takes out a bag from his backpack. See, Buddy's always carried a backpack. And even in the school days, he was never a scholastic individual, our boy Buddy. No. Buddy was more into the extracurricular. Buddy knew more about, Snow White and other things that you can misuse or get you really hyper. That was always Buddy's thing. And Buddy was the partier. See, Buddy also became kind of notorious in our crew because he drank a big gulp 7-Up cup, the largest cups on this planet, full of, what was it? I'm trying to remember, rum. Full of rum to the top. I shit you not. I swear on my grandma's grave, on my family, me, okay? I don't know if he was already blacked out, but I know after he finished that big gulp, with my other bud, my other friend who's doing, I'm proud of him. But he gulped that shit down, and at some point there was some fight that led to him getting removed by the police. He went in full blackout mode. He got into a fight with somebody at their house, and he got choke slammed. Now everybody's gonna call bullshit. No, I'm not gonna tell Buddy to come on here and tell his story, or any of my friends. You take it for what it is. This is at least how it was told to me. I was not present for this, but I'll tell you, the brain damage that happened after such an event totally stacks up, because to this day he struggles with remembering very simple things, including his birthday. So Buddy got chokeslammed through a marble table is the story. Maybe it was a really thick table, but he said marble. I'm not gonna deny it, and I can't confirm it. And apparently, yes, there was a hospital involved, lots of stitches. I remember him laughing shortly after the injury about almost dying, at least when he came to. And he was apparently blacked out for for a good long while. And he doesn't remember like a whole portion of his life. So that didn't scare him straight. Somebody's texting me while I'm live. I hope Buddy's not mad. Buddy, don't worry, man. Your name is safe. See, Buddy he doesn't like his real name spoken, so he has a nickname for that. And I'm not using either of those. So yeah, when we were hanging out at the crib here in this horrible area in Florida where people go to just die. I picked the wrong part of Florida. Tomorrow, I think I'm going to do something I did once before on this channel. And this time in the car, I'll have the camera on, or maybe I'll invest and get a nice camera. I'm off tomorrow. This is one of my first days off from the hard labor job, because this is labor, man. Let me tell you, jacking up pallets full of 16-pound bags of ice from bottom to top. and driving them in, and jeez, and all the other frozen pallets, and having to wear a coat and then take it off when you go. Yeah, I love this job. So where was I? Yeah, I think I want to go back to the place where I grew up. I'm definitely overdoing it with the nostalgia, but there's so many good memories. A lot of bad, the whole the helicopter above my trailer park home when me and my friends were no, which part? Which part? Was it when we were playing Manhunt? No, me and my buddy were smoking something next to my trailer, and it was not abandoned. Our neighbors moved, so it was whatever the term is, and my neighbor behind my actual home, had called the police and said that we were trying to break and enter into a trailer that was already moved out and nothing was in there. So we're just we're not sitting, we're standing smoking next to the outdoor the air conditioner part that's outside that so many Floridian kids sit on, and we're right in front of the window, and all of a sudden there's a spotlight brighter than fuck, and there is a canine before we even realize anything. And I just had the presence of mind to draw. I think I was holding this giant Pyrex or the bag. One of the two. I just dropped it. I couldn't do shit. I dropped it right like in front of my feet against the back of this trailer. And right after that, like all this was all like in synchronicity. It was all one after another or at the same time. So big light, canine, and then cops screaming, "Get your hands up! Get your fucking hands up!" That was that was some good times. And the most amazing thing, all right, so they had, I forget how many police were surrounding us. One, two, I remember three clear as day. I know there was more, but they sent one officer to come towards us, and he patted us, and she was only checking the window to see if we were trying to break in or not. And I swear to you, still, even though this was like back in my high school days, I was 16, 17, his eyes like darted down to the ground. I swear he looked down because I know there was this bag of greenery on like either in front of my foot. I don't know. I just dropped it and it was on the ground, and I know it would have been visible. Okay, the helicopter light I don't think was on us at this point because he had his flashlight, and his flashlight was on the window, and he was looking for any areas that we may have been messing with to try to break into this already empty trailer that was my old neighbor's. And he just looked down, just peered his eyes down, and then like kind of side-eyed us, and then said, all clear," and told us to go home, but we didn't get to. And two other officers got my mother to come outside, which was very traumatic for her. And I remember her screaming, "Oh my God, Eli, what have you done?" I said, "Nothing, nothing." And I remember the cop, they were messing with me, I think. One cop was like, "Come here, just go home." And then right next to him is the officer with the canine on the leash. So I'm walking towards my panicking mother, and after like one step, the canine officer is like, "Don't you move, asshole! You fucking moron! This dog will eat you up!" And I'm like, "Well, okay, okay, I'm like, dude, Simon says what here? Okay, you're saying go home. You're in front of my house. I'm in front of my neighbor's house. Apparently, if I follow your instructions, your friend's dog will eat me. What do I do?" So there wasn't that back and forth, that who's on fourth bit or who's on first bit didn't last too long, but that wasn't fun. I mean, hindsight, hilarious. And this just so happened to be my friend that I was with. I don't mind putting his name out there. I haven't seen him in years. I miss this bastard, TJ. God, he must be like 50 by now. Um, he was like 400 pounds. Yeah, there's no hiding. That wasn't gonna happen. We just had to stay out there. And at some point, we were allowed to just go into my house where we finished smoking the alleged greenery. I'm just saying it's lawn grass because that was all the rage back in the youngin' days. That's one of the few stories I've got because I've got a lot. See, I just went down. Oh, hello. Wait, Sunny. Hello, Kitty Cat. Hello, Feral Chinchilla. Hello to all of you. It's great to see you. Thank you for showing up during this live, by the way, because these past 2 weeks have been very trying. Getting reacclimated to a transfer that I did not want to happen. It's not a demotion. I haven't lost any pay. I haven't lost any hours. I am still full time. I still get the benefits, the stock options, all the good stuff that comes with working for the dildo store. But I don't have the job that I took for granted right now, and it looks like it's in the cards to maybe not have that job for a month or at maximum what I've heard. I hope to God it's not the case. Oh, 3 months maximum. I'm gonna do everything I can to ensure that I don't have to do this particular task, this job, working in frozen, lifting frozen stuff and stuffing frozen fridges all day. And I enjoy customer service and selling dildos. What can I say? That's my thing. I hate this whole ego death I'm going through. Power plays among the police. I mean, yeah, I don't know if I was getting trolled to this day, if they were having a little laugh at my account, because the one officer that was saying, go home to your mom," while my mom was outside crying, saying, "Eli, what have you done?" And then the other one was like aggressive as all hell, like, "Don't you move, you idiot. This dog will bite your leg off." Oh, oh, those were the days, weren't they? And I got it confused. There was another event where we were all playing Manhunt, and we were at another vacant house, and we started a small fire in the driveway. Very stupid. We were all drunk. It's hilarious. My old buddy Jamie, he had to get patted down and pass the sobriety test, and that poor kid drank 151 like it was water, and he was not doing well. There was about, I think, 8 of us, and then no bullshit, on the cops radio you can hear whatever code, and then there was another group of fucking idiot teenagers uh doing something, partying at some other house, and they had to go there. We all just got told to go home. Same deal. Pretty fucking amazing now that you think about it. And I still have a composition book to this day where all of us that had that experience that was absolutely crazy to us, we wrote down in this book that I have still for nostalgia purposes. We all wrote something stupid and we signed it, and that's one of the best pieces of memorabilia I got. I think I do have a few plans for tomorrow, but I really think I'd like to go back to my old trailer park, show you guys, where it all went down. It's such a different part than where I'm living at now. I really could use the change of scenery. I would like to just say, but please don't hold me to it on this note. I very much want to go live. For one, the news, like what the hell? What happened with the? Okay, so I saw this meme which sums it up perfectly. I'm wasting air conditioner and battery right now. All right, so the meme goes like this: P Diddy gets raided, and then the woman from Austin Powers, she's there, and she says, "Blow the bridge." So this what was it? This commercial a huge ship I forget the correct term for whatever kind of ship it is, but I saw the video. It just breaks that bridge. What was it called? The Key Bridge or something? Now, uh, just uh, I'm not even or I'm not saying that there's no connection. There's no connection. It's just what a fucking the hits keep on coming, man. It's like one thing after another after another. Everything is a critical freaking emergency that will clearly take up the I don't know the internet sphere, the media, and it's just something that's going to be talked about. I've collected a lot of clips, man. This is why I want to go on a little bit later. And I'd like to also, anybody in the bushes or most of you that are out and about, if you have a channel and you go live, I'd be more than happy to jump on. I should definitely do another open panel. But I have this clip of, I don't know who this guy is, but he was able to get into some sort of a public hearing, um, meeting. I don't know what the whole pretense was, but he is a friend and an advocate, a fighter for MAGA, for Trump. He's definitely all for Donald Trump, and call like he calls Donald Trump, gets him on the speakerphone. Bullshit, no bullshit, I promise you. And it's really him. You can hear Trump. He's like, "You're on speaker." He puts it on the mic and everything. And one liberal, of course, like a legit Democrat that's seated in front, facing everybody, she's just so triggered. She's like, "This is not admissible." And she pulled one of those, "That's not my president" lines, and they kept talking over him. And he was shouting, "This is he was a president. He still is due the respect to speak and be heard," and they weren't having it. And it's just a crazy fucking clip, man, and it's legit 100%. They took his mic off, and the guy had to kick rocks. That's not how it's gonna go down, man. I always seem to find myself talking about Trump, and I think that's a projection of my never-ending fear of this country and everything that's happening. And I don't, I really don't think he can fix it all. I just think we have a better chance at some of the things, like our immigration debauchery, inflation, the our nonsense with foreign aid, Ukraine, and just like, I guess, stuff like that. And I guess when I say it out loud, it doesn't sound so small. But I just know any of us that are excited to vote for him need to get out of our head that he is going to be the key that fixes everything. The one size fits all. We're still going to have a lot of problems. He's going to inherit a shit ton. And I hope, like, we, the American people, if we're able to get this man righteously in office, I hope that we're all well aware that it's gonna take more than just a leader that we trust in. Uh, it's so weird to think about, like, a politician this much. I guess this comes with age, worrying about the state of your own country and the world and all that. Did they catch P. Diddy? I gotta do some research too. I'm pretty hell bent on the idea of going live again with the clips and all that. Maybe opening a panel, but let's see. I'm gonna finally back out of this parking spot, eat some dinner, and let's see what happens. But hey, oh my God, Jamie! Oh, you of course you show up at the end. Oh, Jamie, Jamie, I miss you. I'm proud of you every day. Every day, I'm proud of you. I wish you were here for the beginning of this. I was talking about how people that end up, getting sober sometimes is very challenging with our old friends. A friend of mine, one of my best friends to this day, he came in and just started, like, just doing lines right there in front of me. I wanted no part of that, but I was just like, well, I definitely have nothing to relate to my old friend here except for our memories. But that shit gets played out. How many times can you recite, "Oh, the good old days"? It gets old as we get old. But damn, Jamie, it's very, very good to see you here, of all places. Send my love to your family. Give a special hello to Lily. I think she's one of the coolest people on this planet. Shout out to Lily if you can hear me. And yeah, all right. All right. I'm one of the most problematic people when it says saying goodbye. What do we got here, White Dragon? What do you got? Only a 800 million of foods and goods travel down these rivers. Rivers, sorry. Boston Bridge. Yeah, no kid. So, man, I gotta. Was it the Boston Bridge? Was that it? I passed out at DTE in Detroit during Nine Inch Nails. Wait, right? I said Nine Inch Nails. That's what you're saying. Of heat stroke, had some water, kept rocking out. A friend of mine sent me an invitation. Korn is gonna play around here. I still got Limp Bizkit to go to. My God, I am the legit. I gotta get on camera for this one. I am this face right here. This is the picture of a man that's chasing the tail of his adolescence, of his high school days. Look at this. I'm going to see Limp Bizkit and Korn, and it's 2024. But you know what? I'm okay with that. I freaking love Korn, bro. A little bit of butter and no, for real, man. Jonathan Davis, what Monkey Head. I got all that right? And dude, I want to be in the pit when Limp Bizkit plays. Oh, come on, what is it? Skin your ass, or if my day keeps going this way, I just might break your fucking face tonight. What is the name of that song? Give me something to break. Ah, now that's gonna be the first song I listen to when I get there. Baltimore. Okay. But yeah, I did ask, and thank you, chat, for being active. I appreciate it. Popsicle, yes, popsicle. How did you know, White Dragon? They dissipate the evidence. It goes away. What the fuck with the? Did they? Is P Diddy like a fugitive or is he incarcerated? Can anybody give me break stuff? That's right. Unless it's literally called break shit. But yeah, I don't know. I learned from you guys that they he tried to flee the country, and did he fail? I also learned that Cat Williams has massive bodyguards now since his interview. That was like the first domino to fall, and now all this crazy shit, man. Oh, and I got fact checked, guys. I shared as news on this channel from a meme, stupid, but something has been by TMZ. Well, it had a TMZ stamp that Josh Peck, the friend of Drake from Drake and Josh, received hush money from Dan Schneider of Nickelodeon fame, and that the wife found out and was going to divorce him. So I got fact checked and was told that I shared some sort of false information. Holy shit! If that's true, if he's actually detained, I can't wait till he rolls. I was told today that he already implicated Jay-Z in helping him get rid of his mistress. Allegedly. Okay, P. Diddy has been arrested by the FBI. If the article okay, unjust checked. Okay, I like playing charades with words. It's cool. It's cool. All right. Well, I'm really gonna hope, not to ever have the expectations of things going our way, but God, the idea of how big this can get. He is one out of two. All right. Two people are left from the creation and foundation of Bad Boy. Please feel free to look this stuff up and Google this stuff. Look up the five founders of Bad Boy Records and just look at the ways these guys ended up being no longer with us. And the last one at that. And the other one, the second guy that's still alive, suddenly has some what is it? Some really strange complications with his lungs. I'm trying to go off of like just secondhand information here. My buddy at lunch told me that he's got some crazy form of pneumonia. I don't know if you consider this red pilling people. Some time ago, I shared a live during one of my lives, this archival footage that I recommend to everybody. And If you're here and you've not seen or heard of this before, I will allow me to make it clear. This is 100% the truth, and I also challenge you to look it up. You might have to perfect it and search it, but you will find it. And the truth of this is the last time we got an in-depth look at the kind of weapons that the FBI make that can go, just like way ahead of its time. So this was 1978. This is the last time that the FBI publicly had to show the American people some of the stuff they were making and what they did, what they had, and I still have the footage. I'm saving that forever. Was a what am I gonna worry about here? Was a gun that fires an ice pellet dart, a very small one that I forget how far away you can be, and it goes into you and it makes it look like you had a heart attack. And that is 100% the truth. Now, go ahead and look that up and bear in mind that was 1978. After that, to my knowledge, we haven't had any transparency hearings of the FBI and their developments. Imagine how far they have gotten with whatever is in their R&D, whatever they develop with nanobytes and nanotechnology and all this shit. Oh man, this is why I am the dead patriot. That's going to take getting used to. I feel like it's a mission. It is a mission of mine to find as much strange truth, like the wildest thing. I want to find every manifestation of truth that's stranger than fiction and bring it to light. That's always been a motivation. And it's come in many forms, exposés of people that were shady or channels that were doing something screwed up. But I think if we all can maintain this level of energy of wanting to see or demanding transparency from our government and the three-letter agencies that thrive off of our tax dollars, and again, talking about one of the hearings that I sent to myself so I can play it, this woman that would not give a straight answer to Senator Kennedy about the fentanyl getting sent here by the cartels and us doing nothing about it, and all they ever do is ask for more money. The alphabets run this country, if not the world. Shout out to String Theory Designs. You ain't kidding. Man, that's I mean, I'm kind of marinating in it with that right there. I'm thinking of all of the alphabet communities, all of the alphabet agencies, and yeah, everything. What's in a name? What's in a word? It's all acronyms and initials and symbols. I never got too crazy into the symbolism until I got a little educated on Skull and Bones and Freemasonry. But I mean, sometimes I find myself overwhelmed and I have to catch my breath and slow my thought process down because there's just too much insanity happening. And I say this often, I hate being the guy that tries to trigger alarm. I don't want attention to be brought my way because I'm sounding any alarm bells. I don't want to be the guy that's on the street corner holding up a cardboard cutout that says the end is nigh. Every generation has said it's the end times. I don't believe it's the end times. I do believe that there might be like the closest to it is some other manifestation of like the end of, I don't know, our our constitutional rights as we know them via like radical legislative change. I mean, if you just look at the mainstream is an absolute enemy of everything that we hold near and dear, right? They're enemies of free speech. They have found every excuse to justify it. And the most recent pathetic example is that shill Don Lemon, whatever the hell his name is, where the punk ass loses his job or gets fired from CNN and then gets hired by X by Elon Musk. Elon Musk gave him a Hail Mary and he totally shits himself or shits all over Elon Musk. Like, don't you have accountability to try to censor hate speech? And this is the mainstream. How many do you guys know anybody out there? Because I still know a couple. I still know a few people, and all they have in common is they fucking watch MSNBC, CNN, and no, they don't watch Fox. It took me a while to finally give the bird to Fox News. Took me longer than it did the other ones, that's for sure. To where, my TV never goes on unless it's a movie or a video game. Please, you know what? By all means, guys. Hey Trisha. Man, oh, let me see. Been a while since I watched Eli. Have you heard no, but I'm very intrigued. See, this brings to mind exactly what I was about to say. I cannot ask enough for anybody that joins the lives or the replay crew that I love so much. Please, guys, realize the kind of channel that this has always tried to be, that I've always tried to maintain, is that the material and the ideas, like Shamrock, big shout out to you. You know what, it's not that I owe you, I owe all of us. You've sent me some straight up great topics, and I just need to utilize them. And I have some that I've sent myself. I think Base Girl sent me some stuff. So I need to, thank you for bearing with me with the transition. No, not the kind you think, not the kind that's popular. Okay, not the intersex under 0.8% or whatever. Don't worry, I still have a penis, as far as I know. Dear God, I don't know. I did black out for a good while. What happened? It feels much lighter down there today. Oh, okay, yeah. You just go ahead and go right in front of me, you tard. My freaking fender is all fucked up. You want to pull in front of me? Yeah, no. So this transition at work, it's been a bitch. It's been hard to stay motivated, but this doing, this community, you guys are my tribe. I'm comfortable saying that, even though I bitch about how tribalistic the internet has made us. Humanity it seems just so much easier to keep us divided, to make us divided, to want to be divided. It's like the mainstream powers that be have seemed to have found a way, tapped into some method that makes it so we want to be among only people that sing the same song as us. We only want confirmation bias. We seem to, like, there's so many people that are guilty of hating anything that challenges whatever their status quo is. And that is not the world that I grew up in. Thank goodness I didn't grow up with the internet, until I was like 16. Like in middle school, I had a really shitty computer that took 2 hours to load one nude. Okay, back in my day, you had to walk 15 miles in the snow and then turn on your 56K modem and watch. You had to watch the picture load up and get lucky if you saw just a piece of a nipple. 16 miles in the snow. I'm so grateful that, but before we all got pulled into this vortex, man, the internet's a black hole, and it pulls you in, and then everybody's in their own world or different levels of limbo, and it seems like there's no end, and we get lost in the sauce, and it's so easy to lose hope. Sometimes I convince myself that that was the intent all along. I mean, everybody was advertising, oh, we're all connected. You can talk to your friends in Japan and this, that, and the other. So the selling point was everything exciting and possible and new. But that's what you do when you have something shiny and new, right? You want to promote it and show all the positives. Did anybody think of the negatives, like how bad it could go? And just think about what a small percentage of the internet that you all know, that we're familiar with. It's called the surface net. Okay, the majority of the internet is the dark web, which I do not recommend you go and check out. You'll get a virus. The first 5 seconds. You even leave the HTTP area or www, but whatever the case. So don't be a hero. Get a VPN. Surf responsibly. The internet superhighway, man. I, I, I don't know. Just like a hypothetical. If we never got the internet, how would the world look now? Would it be boring, or would it be more? Would there be more? I don't know. More camaraderie? Like, has it truly served as a device, a massive device that has done more to hurt us than help us? I mean, it's done absolutely amazing things. And we do have access to so much more information. Maybe as a result, some of us good people, I know it sounds so cringy for me to refer to myself as a good person. That's something for somebody else to say. But those of us with good intentions that started to have access to all this crazy information, maybe we just all got a little bit disenfranchised by learning how crazy everything really is. And all these little shadow groups and governments, they've always been there. That's not new. It's our access to the information, it's our access to people like Alex Jones that used the internet to break into Bohemian Grove back in 2001, I think. And now fast forward, it still baffles me. 2024, Kid Rock and Joe Rogan of all people, who I thought, and I still have hope for him, but he's a man I thought was anti like elitism and evil, and I still believe, unless I'm mistaken, that Bohemian Grove is some sort of a worship simulation of child sacrifice. I may be speaking out of complete ignorance, but I mean, I watched the whole damn thing, and it's disturbing. It's disgusting. The sounds, the noises, the chanting, and Kid Rock gets to go on Joe Rogan and laugh about how he was there in a robe drinking a fucking beer, and he punched some guppy yuppie kid in the face and helped him back up, and saw a bunch of other celebrities and this, that, and the other. Like, how does that happen? I still can't get a grasp on how things that we identify when they come out fresh, that they're off, they're wrong, something is not right. Eh, Remember, I hope you've seen it like I have because I mention it a lot. Alex Jones confronts a politician who was at the Bohemian Grove show that he was, or whatever the fuck that thing is, that ritual. And when he brings it up with the cameras on this politician, he was completely sideswiped. He had no idea, that this was it was recorded and that Alex Jones mentioned he was there. That man's face is embedded in my brain forever. His face was one of being shocked and appalled and complete disbelief. Have you seen that clip? And this old man, first he took you understand you signed a gentleman's agreement to never speak of it. That's how he responded. And then when Alex Jones kept pressing him with that, Alex Jones is easily a laughing stock now, and yes, he's made his mistakes, but somebody like that who goes against the mainstream, their mistakes are made, they're amplified by a billion fucking trillion, so they can get him as canceled and not taken seriously as possible, to the point where it makes other people absolutely terrified to engage in hypotheticals. And I'm not saying that Alex Jones is innocent with, the things that he said that got him sued, but I mean, if it wasn't for him, that old man that got confronted about Bohemian Grove in 2001 suddenly had the energy of a fucking 20-year-old and ran and jumped over a goddamn bush. Okay? Like, so that's the reaction of somebody back then. Now, today, fast forward to a couple of weeks ago, Joe Rogan, one of the most as mainstream as you can get on the internet kind of a show, Kid Rock is joking about being there, where they're openly worshiping and talking about Moloch and like I don't know about you, but I understand Moloch translate or have some sort of a correlation and or meaning to the evil, the devil, Satan. I don't believe in the devil personally, but I do believe in the evil in humanity, and I do believe in like deities that people manifest from doctrine or dogma. And so how did that even happen? How was it something that was spoken about in circles and subreddit, or not subreddit, just forums where we wanted to dissect, decipher, and understand and shine a light and expose everybody, but now it's just something celebrities do. When and where did that happen? I am very interested, by the way. Thank you. And if you're interested in learning about the red heifer, here's Strings' link to the video. Strings, I'll tell you what, man. First off, I'm relieved to know that there's more people out there that are just as curious and baffled by the current state of affairs as I am. I often concern myself maybe too much about people not liking that I'm not religious, that I don't worship. I used to, and I just don't. And it's not because I was hurt. It's just it was my journey. But I will be happy to, Strings, if you have no qualms about it. When I'm able to access this chat, I'm gonna just mod you so you can promote your channel every time you join. I want to build as many people that want to think out of the box as possible, and I still stand by the idea behind my original name, Progressive Patriot. It was to find the unifiers. Remember, I used to sign off every show, go out of your way to find that which unifies us and try not to let the dividers be the end of us, something to that extent. That is the way that we seem to be going. I'm glad to see that there's a whole lot more of us than the mainstream anticipates. And I think that's the only thing we have going for us is they don't know how invested we are, but they're so good at pretending that we don't exist. I mean, look at the last election. That 160,000 votes really came in the clutch between the hours of 2 a.m. and 5 a.m. They've showed us time and time again they don't actually need us. I truly hope that if the people can ever truly touch empowerment again, that we just get it right. Huh. You might oh damn, BSR bro, damn. What's up, man? Yo, everything's good, man. I just used to be sorry, hold on. Holy crap. Big Red Barn. Well, it's good to see you, my brother. It's amazing to see you. I'm glad to see you. Hell, man, I was wondering where you've been. BSR, everything's good, man. I'm curious. Have you been traversing these YouTube streets? I mean, I don't see you around too much. I know one of our mutuals has been going live, but do you watch these other I don't know, channel holders like AD and Martin Speaks, and that's about it. I ain't watching no Cat Kurt, tramp stamp. I ain't watching no Wade fucking Deaver. Sorry if you're fans of Stephen A, man. Mad respect to you, mad love to you. I just don't mess with those folks. But yeah, I hope you've been good, man. For real, for real. Yo, the ladies at TikTok. I really hope ladies of oh, by the way, or iTalk, not I gotta stop saying that. BSR, you keeping yourself to yourself, basically. BSR is a true gangsta, people. All right, he made one of the best points ever. And believe it or not, I don't know if I ever shared this with you, BSR. Not a lot of people tell on themselves or stand to account of their own actions when they were flawed or wrong. I did a stupid, immature parody video when you did when you took off Ryan Upchurch's autograph from the guitar. And yeah, it was back when I was a foolish fucking green YouTuber on here with a whole bunch of attention. I didn't know what to do with it. And so we all look. If you've been with me this long, you know how that game went, and it made a man out of me. It truly did. Oh, and it's a pleasure. Big shout out to the ladies of iTalk. If you guys want to find super positive places to just go and vibe, or just talk about music, talk about anything. I mean, it's one of the most fun groups of people that I've seen or been a part of. I was lucky enough to join a panel. This is another example of building up the people that I respect, or I mean, I don't know the ladies of iTalk super well, but RP and company, that's her name, RP. They just seem genuine and good. And I know she's down with that Trump 2024. That's not a mandatory prerequisite. But if you ever come in here, if anybody ever comes in here saying Biden 2024, we're going to have some words, and you're going to be told to get up on panel. And this is a big shout out to Liberal Larry. If you're out there watching, I still cannot believe that you hate watch this channel and you just appear every now and again just to say, "Oh, look at you! You're making the same conservative talking points, man. You're just repeating the same Fox News talking points." Oh, Liberal Larry, you little shit. That's really your little shit is your name. It's appropriately Liberal Larry. How about we'll just go triple L. Liberal Larry, little shit talker. You've got nothing but your own regurgitated, unoriginal talking points that you've just heard from somebody else with no original thinking or processing of your own to fall back on. So when you're able to critically think for yourself and not have mommy tie your shoes before you hit the live button and start pacing the room looking real angry and scary, you can come on here and have another nice conversation explaining to me how Biden's going to make everything better. Even the DNC knows Biden ain't gonna be around for the next cycle. What the fuck is the DNC gonna pull when we get to that stage? It's so around the corner, man. I'm tired of dreading it. There's enough in this life to dread. I've got my conviction. I know which way and how I'm gonna vote. Just by God, man, what a shit show again. Okay. Damn, Red Barn is Strings, and Strings is Red Barn. I'm gonna be checking your channel out. Oh, hold on. I enjoyed doxing my neighborhood. Oh, this is the first time I have. Oh, whoa, I'm a little dizzy. How long of a shift was it today? Let's see, guys. Hold me accountable. Oh, let me see. Let me see. Are you still using your Progressive Patriots? Oh, it's still there. And if you say you want it to be utilized, more than happy to. It is very much still chilling. Oh, and you're talking about like the Progressive Patriot page I made after the channel, because I had another one that I made. I had or channel. I had a group called Please Offend Us that got so banned and got everybody in so much trouble. Facebook demanded that I take a picture of my ID and promised to never like make that kind of crap again. That was before Mark Zuckerberg went all crazy and we were pulling shit off of like 4chan and like, yeah, you get the picture. But anyway, oh goodness, thank you, Shamrock. Hell, let's see, guys, if we could bring a little life back to the progressive, or dead progressive. I'm gonna change the title to that little page on Facebook. If you're on Facebook, by all means, that'd be amazing. So let's see what occurs and what begins on this fine night. Beautiful breeze out once I get through that door. First things first, though, food. So you know my new moniker, all right? We already know the dividers are out in full force. First thing I want to confirm if P. Diddy is detained or not. I think that's been verified here. But lastly, and most importantly, stay armed, stay dangerous, stay vigilant, stay aware and awake. Good night for now. I might be coming back.